Yes, I was arranged marriage. Like I was arranged. Like I was arranged at the age of 24. I was only 24. I had just passed my CPA exam. I wanted to freaking breathe, swim, dance. And like they were trying to set me up. I'm sorry, have you looked at your own relationship? Like how well did you do that you think you're going to do well for me?
My name is Ankit and I'm from Mumbai.
Hi, my name is Mohit Pradhan. I am also from Mumbai.
Hi, I'm Siddharth Singh Matharu. I'm from Indore.
Hi, my name is Kanushri Jain. I'm from New York City. My family is from New Delhi.
Hi, I'm Abhivyakti. I'm from New Delhi.
Hi, my name is Aditi. I'm from Mumbai.
There's more guys than girls, and so guys are very much more, they pursue more.
The girls are definitely the ones to be approached in India. They don't approach.
Yeah, they really don't need to do much work. It's like you just walk down the street and you have like 10 people after you.
A girl, like if she comes online on Facebook, she's going to get like 10 different messages from 10 random boys.
It's easier for women, right? All they have to do is reply to someone, whereas us men, we have to,
Boys are waiting out there.
There's a lot more effort. A guy actually arranged the toppings to ask me to be his girlfriend on a pizza. So much effort. Here it's just like, you're down.
You just tell one guy that you like him, and then like 4 other guys calling you bhabhi, which means
Yes.
Also, some guys so persistent. Even before you say yes to them, they'll tell all their friends, "No, call her Bobby," so she knows I'm pursuing her.
saying now she's ours, now she's part of the family.
Indians don't know how to small talk. we don't know, hey, how are you, and just disappear from there. We are not good at it. We can spend time with you and talk and ensure that you understand our tone.
If you're dating an Indian girl, you gotta be friends first, then fall in love, and then eventually end up marrying. Like if you're dating an Indian, you know that the end goal is a marriage.
My girlfriend wanted to be her friend first. I said no, I don't want to get friend zone. Yeah, we are going to date or it's a no, right?
They just tend to be more romantic. I mean, I was in Mumbai for 10 months, right? And I feel like that's the hub of Bollywood. And so like all these Bollywood dialogues, they know like the back of their hand, they know what works, right? And like if we say something, they totally get it.
They like wear their hearts on their sleeves. It's like just too emotional.
Yeah.
Like it's good. It's not a bad thing. But then sometimes it just gets like too emotional. Like it just becomes a movie.
Also, Valentine's Day is like a whole week thing. We have like
Yes.
Day,
Yes.
chocolate day,
That's not
proposal
happen
day.
over here.
No, it doesn't
No,
happen
it
here. I'm telling
doesn't.
you, there's less romance here.
We have chocolate day,
Yeah.
play date, rose day,
Hug day, kiss day.
promise day, propose day, and like a whole week of days. It's like, and the guy is supposed to do everything.
Yeah.
Kid you not. There's a checklist, like first, good clothes, good cologne, and then good place, fancy place. You have to be aesthetic because the girls like pictures. And then you go around with good food, like always asking the girl first what she wants. What are you gonna drink? Always ordering the same drink as your girl.
Yes. Oh my God, they do that.
You push your limit a little in your first date. Like usually if you spend $100 in a restaurant, you would spend 150 this time. You want to show that you are capable of things. If you are capable of things, you want to put that out there in the first date.
I'm gonna pick you up and then I'm gonna drop you. We're gonna go for a ride to some place first. In our case, in Mumbai, it's gonna be Marine Drive for sure.
Also, somehow the questions will always have one sneaky question to find out your past dating.
Yes,
I think some of them are open, like some of them don't care, but yeah, some of them do
So what were you telling
care.
me the other day? You were with that guy?
Yeah. So around Valentine's Day, there are actual police patrolling
Yes.
so that you're not getting involved in PDA. Yeah.
These people, if they find you doing any PDA, say in a park or say in any public space, they're gonna run behind your ass with sticks.
Yeah.
Not kidding. They are.
What?
So there is a holiday or festival called Rakhi where you essentially tie this bracelet on your brother's wrist and like brother promises protection to you. So they'll make sure if a couple is found and they're not married,
They're supposed to.
they will make the girl tie that bracelet on the guy's hand.
I know it's very absurd, but it does happen. Dating in India initially always begins with being a secret from your parents. It's never open first. Your first relationship has to be a secret.
Yeah, it's definitely a taboo.
It's just like you've got your first boyfriend. It's not I like you, we're gonna figure it out and then we're gonna date and then we're gonna be in a relationship. It's I love you, boyfriend, husband.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
In the States, it's even worse. I think in India, because everyone is Indian, they know that we're in a very suppressive culture. And so they know to, kind of
blend in,
navigate and blend, right? And everyone's talking, hey, what's your mom doing? What's your father saying? Like, they know to cover up. Whereas like in the States, it's like, oh, okay, I'm brown, therefore I guess I can't date.
It depends on what city you're from. Cities like Delhi and Mumbai and Bangalore, the culture there is
It's
very different.
very-
And I think back in India nowadays, girls have actually stopped playing hard to get. Like they've started like being like up to the point. Like if you like me, I like you too. Okay, let's date.
Girls are way more independent. They are looking for a man who is also independent and not just a man who has a rich father.
If I am a Hindu, my family expects me to see a Hindu because
Yeah.
it's just like inbuilt expectations. It's just not like they're portraying that other castes or religions are bad or you're not supposed to make friends with them. It's just that there's like a boundary that is drawn, like invisible line,
For sure.
that your parents just expect you not to cross.
In much smaller cities, yeah, dating outside of a caste is a big no-no. Like people have gotten killed for it.
I think it's a very socioeconomic based thing,
Yeah.
where if you are not as privileged, it's more conservative, and the
Yeah.
more educated you are, the more money you have, the more open-minded you are.
Again, giving my example, I wouldn't cross that boundary because for me, family comes first.
Marriages or any sort of, I guess, romantic relationships are eventually going to end up in marriage, and it's between two families, so they want someone to understand the culture. And in India, every like 10 kilometers, the language changes, the culture changes significantly. So you want the person joining your family to be aware of your traditions.
Sex in the first date, no. It looks too desperate. Yeah, it looks too desperate. Sex directly after marriage, again, no. It can be before that, but definitely not on the first date.
I've had sex on the first date with Indian as well as other women, but it totally depends on.
Indians are emotional. They are not just gonna go have sex out there. It needs to have a connect.
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be, except this guy.
You need to connect here, then only you can connect there.
I mean, sex without emotions is like masturbation.
It's not like we only want to sleep with you. We also want to get married to you.
Yeah.
There's a set of people who have this ideology that I will not have sex before I get married. And that's a fair decision, like it's your choice. But there is a set of people who feel like, why not? Like, what's the harm? So it's like pretty normal nowadays. It's not like something which is very rare in India now. It's just that it's hidden.
If
Yeah.
people weren't having sex in India, the entire company Oyo would shut down.
Over there, hotels don't allow you for a boy and girl to go into a hotel
Yes,
room
it
together,
is that thing,
which
like-
is why Oyo is such a huge industry and why they're doing so well. I realized that because I went to India and like I checked into a hotel and I had my broker with me, and we were going through a whole list of homes that we were going to go see tomorrow. And like the guy at the front, he was like, no, he can't be in there. I was like, but it's my room and we're talking. I can keep the door open. He's like, no, but it's just not allowed.
Yes.
And that's when I learned how strict
But
it
it's
is over
reduced,
there.
honestly. Like, it has reduced.
I feel like there's a lot more sex happening there than in America, just straight up. And I know that's a huge shock, but it's really true.
I mean,
all
that's
my
the thing, right? The more your parents try to pressure you not to do something, the more you're inclined to
Yeah.
do it.
a lot of the people there, like that I talked to, they were like, oh, we have to marry the person that our parents choose for us,
Yeah.
and so therefore we will make sure we have as much fun as possible
Before we get
before we have life imprisonment, essentially.
My family is important because in Indian cultures, a marriage is not just between two people, it's between two families. For me, I think my relatives are more interested in getting or setting me up for an arranged marriage. I get a lot of calls from my relatives, hey, why are you still single? Why don't you get married? When are we going to get nephews and nieces?
Oh, you got your Canada PR?
Yeah.
It's time for you to
It's
find
time
a
for you
girl.
to get a...
Yeah.
Some families literally will be like, you have to marry the person I choose for you. And on the other side of the spectrum, it's like, yeah, you are free to date and marry whoever you want.
So I am still not on any of the matrimonial sites or arranged marriage scenarios. I've never been in an arranged marriage
nice.
date. Because my parents are pretty progressive and open-minded, so
Just like my mother, for instance, I usually tell her that if I don't end up finding anybody for myself, just get me somebody, And the first thing that she's going to do is, obviously, this is an Indian thing that they're going to look into their own caste. So this goes from one relative to another. Do you have somebody in mind? And then the other. Do you have somebody in mind? Okay, my daughter is ready. And I am giving you 100%. The girl is never going to like what the mother gets. She will never going to like.
Like, think about arranged marriage as a official Tinder app for parents. I mean,
Yeah.
It's not an app, but they are going to show you some girls, and the girls are going to see your pictures, and then you meet, then you decide.
Basically, your parents swiping left and right instead of you.
If I'm looking for certain qualities, I'm also looking for a face. Maybe that would not be that important to my mother. Maybe she's just looking for somebody who might just care for me, just love me and those aspects. But maybe for me, I'm just looking for somebody, who looks pretty also, like who can compliment me.
Like basically the basic criteria of arranged marriage is essentially education, money. and no
Oh, yeah.
womanizer is what they use, right? And in a girl, it's the same thing, except like you also add slim, fair, pretty. Where they miss arranging properly is taking personalities into consideration.
Well, I also think that arranged marriage has it's quite robotic in the way that you basically have a biodata wherein you are putting your salary, you're also putting how many siblings you have, and the girl looks at it with a picture. And same goes for the boy. He's gonna look of all the details, including the height and the weight of the girl, and then they decide, okay, it's time for seeing each other, and then decide if you want to get married to this person or not, which I believe should not happen.
And on the first day itself, they ask you for your horoscope.
Arranged marriages always take into account family dynamics rather than the partnership. So women are generally, and I won't say for all families, but generally expected to stop going out for work and just stay at home, rear kids, handle the household. And men are just supposed to be the providers.
Indian parents do have the mentality that your marriage is going to be successful only if we get you the guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, because they think we know better.
Yeah,
and
we know
for
better,
so,
we're going to get you the perfect guy.
and for so many, I'm like, I'm sorry, have you looked at your own relationship? Like, how well did you do that you think you're going to do well for me?
Nowadays, they also have matrimonial agencies.
Yeah.
So
Then
they're gonna do everything
gets
for
the
you.
ball rolling.
And if the marriage is successful, if they end up getting married, they also take their commission.
Get a big chunk of commission.
So yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing.
it's a really
Yeah.
booming
That's what
business.
they-
Even though you kind of were brought up there, they're still doing the arranged marriage thing.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm telling you, the Indians in America are way more conservative. Like, I literally went back to India to like my relatives, and I'm like, wow, y'all are more chill than my parents. And I grew up in New York City. Yes, I was arranged marriage. I was arranged at the age of 24. I was only 24. I had just passed my CPA exam. I wanted to freaking breathe, swim, dance. And they were trying to set me up. With arranged marriages, it's like the ultimate is an Indian doctor. Indian doctor. That's the go-to, right?
Doctors, engineers.
Doctor,
and
engineer,
then
lawyer.
Somebody
And
in the IT field, because
IT
they
field.
make money.
So if let's say he's I don't know, a dancer, then you say, yeah, he's a doctor of movement.
Oh, I'll go for love marriage for sure.
Love marriage for sure.
50-50.
There is also something called arranged love, wherein your parents set you up on an arranged date, you start dating, you end up falling in love, and then you get married.
Yeah, not a bad option.
Cheers.
Cheers.